And welcome to this video. I'm going to be talking about the Giants week 3 game against the 49ers, and this was pretty atrocious for the Giants today. Before I get into what happened in the game, I'm going to read you who was out for the 49ers today, or who was like the key players that are out for them. On the defensive side of the ball, you have Nick Bosa, who's out for the year. Solomon Thomas, I believe, is out for the year. You have Richard Sherman, who's out, I think, for a couple weeks. I'm not sure. You have D. Greenwald, who's out. D. Ford is out on the defensive side of the ball. On the offensive side of the ball, you got Jimmy Garoppolo, you got Raheem Morset, you got Tevin Coleman, and George Kittle. All of them are out. So, this should have been a game, or I don't want to sound ranting. I don't want to sound like I'm ranting, but this should have been the game that the Giants should have won. Now let's get into what happened. Now, before I get into the offensive side of the ball for the Giants, the defensive side of the ball was pretty bad for the Giants today. I mean, Nick Mullins, he was pretty good. I mean, he's an NFL level QB. He's a backup QB or whatever. He's a great QB. I don't want to sound dismissive, but he completed 25 of his 36 passes. Had 343 yards, had 1 touchdown, and averaged 9.5 per completion. That's just like, I mean, the cornerbacks for the Giants today were horrible. Julian Love and Logan Ryan, they were horrible. I mean, yeah, it was just a rough game for the Giants today. I mean, I guess the one positive you could take from the defensive side of the ball is that when the Giants, they were good at defending the inside run. Overall, the 49ers did not run the ball that well today. As I said before, there's two, I guess, their number 1 running back and their number 2 running back on the depth chart was out today. Jerick McKinnon, he got a lot of carries. So did Jarek Wilson. It was kind of like running back by committee, I guess, kind of. I don't know if it's really running back by committee. If, for example, Brandon Adrick, he's a wide receiver. They kind of got him a little, he would, curl around the QB in the pocket and kind of get the ball. So I don't know if that's running back by committee, but yeah, it was definitely running back by committee for the 49ers today, with just the splits carries of McKinnon and Wilson, which is again 14 and 12. But I mean, yeah, the inside run was not bad, but when they defended the outside run, was pretty bad. There was one play with Brandon Addick, again, as I said, came over around the wide receiver in the QB in the pocket. I forget what that play is called. And he had a 19 run to the end zone, which was not, just not good. Yeah. One positive, I really did think Blake Martinez played well today. The free agent signing out of Green Bay, he played well today. I think, yeah, I mean, he was really good at guarding the run, as I said before. He was part of the reason why they were good today at guarding the inside run, at least. And he also had a sack in this game, too, as well. Yeah, he had 1 sack for 9 total tackles, 4 solo tackles, and 2 tackles for loss. So, yeah, it was a pretty good game for him. Now let's get to the offensive side of the ball. Daniel Jones. It was not the best day for him. I mean, running the ball, I think today, as a fan, I became more confident in Daniel Jones' ability to protect the ball while scrambling. Today, he had 5 carries and 49 yards. He did have, a fumble, but I believe that was, early. That was, in the first quarter. I think that was, Evan Ingram's fault on that one. So, I don't think that was Daniel Jones' fault for turnovering on the ball there. He also did have an interception, which again is a concern. The interception was to Fred Warner. Another concern from the Giants from this game is that Andrew Thomas left, I want to say, somewhere at the middle of the 3rd, towards the end of the 4th, something like that, which is not good. I mean, in the first 3 games, I guess not, because 3 games, the 3rd, this game is over. In the first 3 games, I mean, he was looking okay. There were some, technique issues, but also, I mean, he was also getting, I think, the first game he had to face T.J. Watt, and at other points he was facing Bud Dupree. And in the week 2, when they played against the Bears, I think he was up against Khalil Mack and Robert Quinn. So again, I mean, there is a little bit of, I guess, like a grading curve, just because, or grading curve's not the word, but like a little leniency, because I mean, the amount of defensive pass, or the elite, defensive pass rushers that he was playing, I mean, they were there. They're all, I think those 4 guys are very elite defensive pass rushers, or at least good at getting to the quarterback or to the running back. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty bleak for the Giants this year. This was definitely a game they should have won. That's kind of like how I want to summarize this video. They definitely should have won this game. I mean, there's nothing really else to like talk about. I mean, Darius Slayton, he didn't have the greatest game. He had 3 receptions on 7 targets and 53 yards, which is not bad. But I mean, you don't want to have 4 incompletions. But yeah, that's really it. Oh, actually, Devonta Freeman, he didn't play bad, not great, not horrible. He had 5 carries today, 10 yards. But yeah, I mean, that's really it. Like and subscribe, and watch other videos. Oh, and for the 49ers, this is really key, because I mean, this is not like it's a Giants recap, but I mean, for the 49ers, it's really key because it's gonna be tough for them to win. I mean, they kind of have somewhat of an easy schedule going forward. They play the Eagles and the Dolphins. I think the next 2 games. But if they can win those next 2 games, which are 2 winnable games for the 49ers, they can win those 2 games, then they'll be like around like 4-1, I want to say, when week 6 comes around, when a lot of their players come back from injury, and they can make a run at the Super Bowl this year, which, you know, that's kind of expected of them. They could, you know, make another run at the Super Bowl. That's all I really got today. Like, subscribe, and watch other videos.